All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hi, my name is Lacey. This is Patrick. This is our patterns and combos class. Patrick took over for this series, so we're going to let him take over for this recap video.
First move that we went over for patterns class was going to be a cutoff whip. So you start off with your partner. You're going to do a cutoff whip. You're going to start off by doing a right side underarm pass. So you're going to go 1, 2. You're not going to be overextending them like you would on a normal whip. You're going to just allow them a little bit of rotation so that they know that they're not just going to be going straight forward. At this point in time, you're also going to put your hand out to do a hip catch on the 3 and 4. So we're at 1, 2. We're going to go 3 and 4. Going over the follow's head for the stretch. You got the stretch between the arm here and also on the hip. And then what you're going to do after this, you're going to allow them to step out for 5 and 6. You go 5 and 6.
Some little bit of technique here. When he leads for a 1, like a normal whip, he would go a 1 over rotate 2. This is going to cause me to rotate my sternum because I'm trying to follow my wrist with my sternum, and that way he can see my back a little sooner. Here, he's telling me something different is happening. So on the 1, one instructor calls it the E of 1, O-N-E, the E of 1. You're going to start lightening up that connection as opposed to you're actually directing that rotation. So on the E of 1, there's a 1 lightening up the connection. I'm like, oh, snap, something different's happening. On 2, there's more rotation. Now I'm thinking, oh, something different is happening. On 3, now there's the over the head here for the lead. For the follow is always thinking swagger. I'm thinking delay. I'm thinking ew cooties, right? So I'm thinking 1, oh no, something is happening. On 3, I'm going to tap my toe. I'm going to tap my toe and I'm going to transfer my weight over myself. That way I'm not overextending. We talked about from the next level series that when we're in our closed angle position, if we were, let me go on this side. If we were in closed angle, which is our sternum facing towards our partner's closed shoulder, if we just like kind of moved in together, ta-da, we're in the exact same position. So it looks the exact same. From here, the lead is going to rotate his chest open, and that's going to cause me to walk it out. Follows have the opportunity to delay this movement because now there's not much of a lead here. The only lead that he's going to give me is rotating his sternum to allow this more rotation in me to turn around, but it's not powered. So I have the opportunity to point, and I can delay everything here until I want to transfer my weight. So that's the kind of cool aspect that the follow has activity with. And with this hand, as long as you're in athletic position, so we got 1, delay 2, and a 3. I can go across my body, I can go up my body, I can go sexy, I don't know, whatever feels good for you.
You can delay this move out as long as you want, okay? Also, another important aspect of doing this is to have the armpit space and be in athletic position, because if you do not have armpit space and you try to lead any of the moves that we did tonight, you're not going to be able to lead them effectively. You will get tangled up and it will cross everybody up. So make sure you have armpit space so that you are allowed to lead this effectively.
Last little thing, he's taking a step back on 1 and getting slightly out of the way on 2. That is the big difference between another pattern that we learned today.
Right. So the second pattern we went over was the rock and go. A rock and go is an extension of a pattern by not performing an anchor and doing a rock and go.
An absorb redirect.
All right, and you're not doing a full weight transfer with your head over your foot. You're doing what we call a
check.
A check. So you're check stepping and back, check stepping and back, and we're doing a lot of movement right here on this. Literally, this rock and go just has to be very slight. It doesn't have to be super big and powerful, okay? Depending on how much power you want to generate, the bigger you get, but you don't really need to do a whole lot, okay? Another thing is I'm not leading with my arm. I'm leading with my chest by stepping through and rotating, okay? So on this rock and go, we did it off of a whip. We did a whip with an outside turn, which then led into the rock and go. So start off by going 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. From 6, we went to
Mhm.
7 and 1. Okay? You're not going to have an 8. So you're going 7 and 1. From here, we wanted you to become creative. We didn't give you an exact move to work to get out of this. There are several different ways you can, but try to come up with something creative. So you're going to go 7 and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? There's lots of different moves you can do out of this. Get creative. But again, we'll do it from this angle so you can see the rock and go. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay?
A little bit of technique, again, going back to the next level series. If you are not having armpit spacing, you don't have that pliable tonal energy. So for the leader, they need to have more of a static tonal energy, because if they allow that elbow to go all the way extended and then back to neutral, then that's going to be too big of a movement. But if we have for the lead and for the follow right here, a static tonal energy, and you check and go using your rib cage, because everything that the lead does with their rib cage impacts a good follow, then you can actually feel the move a little bit faster. That's why we don't want to extend that elbow, we don't want to extend the shoulder, and we don't want to really push or pull this action.
All right. Final move of the night. We did some people call a sugar turn, or just an inside turn in front. There's several different names for it. I call it sugar turn. So instead of the other moves where we did a step back and got out of the way, you are going to stay in front like you were doing a sugar push or sugar tuck. So you're going to stay in front and not let the follow go by you. The difference is that on 1, 2, 1, 2, I'm kind of prepping to let the follow know that we're doing something a little different. My hand, I'm engaged totally, and I'm not getting out of the way.
Notice how he took a step diagonal towards his right side. Notice how he turned his sternum towards his left side so that there was a prepping action. So there's this nice twisting torque action in his body. So he stepped back on 1, prepped on 2 while stepping at a diagonal. This is going to take up space so that I don't run past him.
After 2, you're going to go 3 and 4. Okay? So after your second step, you're not really moving with your feet. You're shifting your weight for your count. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is another delayed turn that we were doing earlier. It's the same preference or same type of move. So you can string this out as long as you want. It's the lyrical part of the music. So it's 1, prep 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6.
And follows, you can just do a 5, 6. That's perfectly fine.
Right.
Now, the thing that you need to be aware of, leads, is when you take your 1, open 2, right here, we're in this prep position. As you shift your weight towards your inside foot, you're going to bend this elbow to get rotation in the chest. Do you see what he's doing there? So this is the prep into the lead. And then in order to move me over there, he's got to use his rib cage and push his weight over to his inside foot, his left foot. Yeah. Whereas follows, you have the opportunity to milk it again. If you're thinking delay, or thinking swagger, or thinking ooh cooties, then on that 3, you can point the toe on 3, which you're still on time, right? You don't have to be fully weighted on 3 to be on time, right? I'm on time with my 3. I can move through my body. If you got belly dance, if you got hip hop, whatever it is that your body likes, then you can delay that movement or delay that weight transfer until that 4. Remember, keeping armpit space so that we're not ripping our shoulder out, because that's gross. If you're stepping underneath yourself, then you're going to be in control of every single movement. And then from here, wherever it feels comfortable to walk it out.
Right. Remember the tonal space, armpit space, very important with this one as well. Because if I'm loosey-goosey and I try to lead this,
Oy.
you're going to do okay? Don't do that. All right? Have total energy. Come back. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, or 5, 6.
And you notice how he went into pliable tonal energy on that 3 and, right? So we went 1, 2, there's a little bit of energy that is able to be moved, kind of like a clay figure, and then it was able to collapse in on itself just ever so slightly using the momentum. He's not releasing the energy of the arm. He is just allowing the wire in the body to actually move in this one. Yeah. And then we can move through it, however that feels. Again, whatever you wish with your hand. Was that everything?
That was everything.
That was, holy
very,
cow.
Very important that, one, you do something fancy, then do something basic for at least 1 or 2 times. Then do something fancy, and then do something fancy 1 or 2 times. You break it up. Don't try to do it all at once.
Awesome. Thank
That's
you
it.
so much. We'll see you next week.